Hi there. So I thought I'd do a reading with my new amended deck, my revised deck. I've put obviously a main video on. I've had a couple of comments regarding the look of the cards, and people are wondering if it looks like it's from two different decks. It's an intuitive deck, so the artwork isn't sort of like, it's not meant to look the samey. I'm very specific when I read my cards; they need to be intuitive. Anyway, in case of any of you don't know, in the UK where I come from, we had a general election yesterday, and I'm pleased to say that the government that we had before have now gone. Much of the relief to myself, and I'm sure many people. So I did this reading with that in mind, really. It seems to be more of a kind of a spur of the moment sort of feeling I'm getting from this. Doesn't seem to be too future. The question was like, how is the the new government going to go down with people? What are they, what are they going to do? The changes and what have you. It seems more like this is how people are feeling right now. Sometimes this kind of thing happens. You can't always dictate what the cards are going to tell you. First card comes to the Page of Earth, which is a nice, happy little card. I'm guessing that's like the general sort of feeling people feel, little bit of you got a fairy on there, she's a free spirit, full of hope, really. There's that kind of newness, and all the animals and stuff as well, which is a issue that's very important to me. The card crossing is the Five of Spirit. It kind of implies, well, the first impression when you look at it in this context, it does look like it's a yes card. Like, we've been fighting so long, and now it's like, we've got what we fight for. But it's in a crossing position, so that also means it's not like it's not completely like positive. It does imply that there's still work to be done. A lot of people that I know are very involved in activism, animal activism, other kind of like welfare issues. They're actively against war, green issues, and what have you. And there's still all that stuff that needs addressing. And obviously the new government are going to have to take this to heart. There's a lot of issues, especially with like fox hunting bans and stuff like that, that they've not really addressed with people. Now, the future influence card is the Six of Earth. I get the feeling that is why most of the people have voted the way they have. As you can see, there's a lady looking over a homeless person, and it's about, giving. It's a charity card. It's about sort of like looking after those less fortunate than yourself. And the grounding thing, the thing below is the Sage of Spirit. Now, I'm reading this in a different context here. Normally, it's somebody very fierce, but in the context I'm seeing it here, it's like two different faces. You've got the lovely, gentle woman here, and then you've got the really fierce tiger here, which is kind of like, some aspects of the Tory party, I think. You had these like, Rishi Sunak looked quite like a gentle, decent soul, but he was a bit of a git, really. And, that just might be my interpretation, but it's how I read the cards. As I said, I'm an intuitive reader. The past card, the Nine of Mind. Now, this is a card that a lot of people go, whoa, but it's like, that to me is what the Nine of Swords is. It's that inner scream, it's nightmares, it's depression, it's mental health. It's like, all those horrible things that your brain does to you, your mind does to you, without, using pictures of stabby things to demonstrate that. That's the inner feeling of what I feel from that card. And I guess that's how a lot of people have been feeling. It's like, they're working hard. They're like, you can't afford to pay the bills. Half of them can't afford to live in the houses. Food banks have been a massive thing in this country. The amount of people that, the amount of millionaires and billionaires we got now is mental. But the general people in this country have like been suffering. Now, so judgment is the future kind of like actions and stuff. So there's going to be a lot of people watching this government very, very closely. They're going to expect some massive changes from them. Not going to happen overnight. We know that. But they got to like get their ass in gear and get shit done. Otherwise, it really is not gonna. It's not gonna be good. I don't envy them, to be fair. I wouldn't want to do that job. But you've got the world down here, which is a nice card. I think people will start seeing some changes in the right direction, or they're at least hoping for that. You've got another sort of like lovely homey maternal sort of card there, with the with where you find yourself, and your hopes and fears and all that. They're all very homey, very sort of like getting yourself all kind of secure again, getting your security back. And the final card, the outcome. Now I really like this card. It's the Three of Earth. It's kind of quite a humble little card about people just sort of like, just being able to be themselves and be like appreciated for being themselves, being able to use the skills in a way that is positive. I'm hoping it means a bit of a reform of the education system, really. Definitely hope there's going to be reforms in like housing, NHS, and all the rest of it. But it just seemed to be to hint at a more sort of like holistic thing for our younger people now. I just hope that is the case. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my waffly sort of intuitive reading for the UK's general election results. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.